Hey, how's it going? It's Sam Frost here with some more digital marketing advice. Today's short video, I want to talk about the importance of understanding how your digital advertising accounts are structured from an access and payment perspective. So for the last couple of weeks, I've been helping a few different clients actually. It all seems to come at once. It never rains, it pours, right? Been helping these clients deal with some really annoying issues and quite time-consuming to solve issues coming from the way their account payment methods and accesses have been structured. So in both instances, what's basically happened is the client has had another agency in the past paying their bills on their behalf, and then the client goes and pays the agency back. So take Google Ads, for example. This client of mine, they want to make a change with how they're running their Google Ads. They actually want to bring it mostly in-house and have some consulting support from me, but in the past they've used an agency, and what happened is that agency had a direct line of credit with Google, monthly invoice billing as opposed to credit card billing, and my client was never full admin on the account, nor were they a payment admin, because obviously the agency doesn't want one of their clients having kind of control over the payment admin side of things for their own payment profile. And a lot of people with Google Ads, for example, don't understand that the payment side, the payment access side and management is actually a bit separate to the main sort of account access and creating campaigns and editing ads and all those kind of things. Long story short, the relationship ended with the agency, and on a certain date, the billing from the agency stopped. So basically, they instructed Google, hey, from this date, the client account, we've ended that relationship. That account cannot then accrue spend against our agency billing profile. So the ads stopped running. But actually getting the payment method moved over and everything is not as easy as you'd think. Now, in the end, it turned out to be a relatively simple solution, which is to have the agency completely remove themselves from the account. They wanted to stay on to get the last month's data effectively from the account they'd worked on. But in the end, we were able to solve the problem much more easily by removing them, giving them the data they wanted to do their final reporting. And what that did was when they removed their payment method, it kind of forced Google to say, hey, here's an account with no active payment method, let's give it an opportunity to load in a new payment method, and my client was able to go in and add another payment method in. But this involved a few different emails and meetings back and forth with people and trying to find the right solution. There's a bit of confusion, and the client didn't realize that they wouldn't necessarily be able to go straight over to monthly invoicing like they'd done in the past, because they had to start again with credit card automatic payments. And a similar issue on Meta ads where, a different business again, sort of ending a relationship with an agency, and the billing and access was all tied in with the agency side, and moving away has proven way more difficult than it needed to be. In the end, once again, we got this resolved. And so the moral of the story here, and what I encourage you to do, is understand how is this all set up. And typically speaking, unless there's a good reason to, I think you're always generally better off, particularly for smaller and medium businesses, to pay Google directly, or to pay Meta directly, or pay LinkedIn directly, or whatever platform you're using. Use your card. If you then get to the point where you qualify for monthly invoicing with a platform like Google, for example, you can still do that. There are steps you have to work through, but it's probably going to be a safer bet than having a scenario where you're working with an agency, the agency pays Google on your behalf and you pay the agency back. Because if you do end that relationship, we have a falling out or whatever happens, you want to change providers, it can be a lot more difficult than it needs to be to move over. Whereas if it's just a case of you have admin on the account, you also control the payment method, you can remove the old agency, bring the new one in, the new consultant, the new in-house staff member, whatever it is. So be wary of this. If you've got any questions, do let me know. Leave a comment below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.